What if you could understand one of your body's most fascinating blood flow pathways in just 2 minutes? If you're over 60 and interested in supporting healthy circulation, you've probably heard about beetroot and nitric oxide. But there's a part of this story that most people completely miss. Beetroot naturally contains nitrates, and your body can convert them through a pathway involving your mouth and saliva. The interesting question isn't whether a piece of beetroot can magically clear an artery in 2 minutes. It can't. The real question is what actually begins happening when these compounds enter your body's nitrate pathway. And that's what we're going to follow today. We'll look at what happens first, why the bacteria on your tongue matter, how nitrate can eventually contribute to nitric oxide production, and what you can realistically expect from beetroot without falling for exaggerated internet claims. So stay with me, because by the end of these next few minutes, you'll understand why something as ordinary as beetroot has attracted so much attention from researchers studying blood pressure, blood vessel function, and circulation. So why does your mouth matter when you eat beetroot? Here's the fascinating part. Beetroot is naturally rich in nitrate. After you consume it, some of that nitrate enters your bloodstream and is also concentrated in your saliva. Then, bacteria that naturally live on your tongue help convert nitrate into nitrite. When you swallow that saliva, the nitrite can continue through another stage of the pathway and contribute to nitric oxide production. And nitric oxide is important because it acts as a signaling molecule in your cardiovascular system. One of its roles is helping the smooth muscle around blood vessels relax. When blood vessels relax appropriately, they can widen, allowing blood to move through them more easily. This is why researchers have been interested in nitrate-rich foods such as beetroot. But here's the part you shouldn't misunderstand: this doesn't mean beetroot instantly clears blocked arteries or guarantees a dramatic change in circulation. Your cardiovascular system is much more complicated than one food. Your blood pressure, activity level, medications, fitness, diet, and overall health can all influence how your body responds. So instead of looking for a miracle effect, let's follow the pathway itself. The interesting story isn't a secret trick under your tongue. It's the natural interaction between beetroot's nitrate, your oral bacteria, and your body's ability to produce nitric oxide. And now comes the part most people want to know: what could realistically be happening during those first couple of minutes? Now let's focus on the 2-minute window. The first thing to understand is that this isn't a countdown to a guaranteed medical transformation. Your body doesn't suddenly clear an artery when a timer reaches 2 minutes. Instead, we're looking at the beginning of a biological process that can continue over a longer period. During the early stage, nitrate from beetroot enters the body's natural pathway. Your oral bacteria help convert some of that nitrate into nitrite, and after the nitrite is swallowed, your body can use it as one source for nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide can signal the smooth muscle surrounding blood vessels to relax. That's called vasodilation, and it's one of the normal mechanisms your body uses to regulate blood flow. You might not feel anything dramatic during these first 2 minutes, and that's completely normal. A warm hand, a change in energy, or a sudden sensation in your head isn't a reliable way to measure what's happening inside your blood vessels. The bigger takeaway is that beetroot provides a natural source of nitrate that can participate in a pathway connected with vascular function. If you want to include beetroot in your diet, you don't need to place a slice under your tongue or follow a secret 2-minute protocol. You can simply enjoy beetroot as part of a balanced diet, whether that's cooked beetroot, beetroot in a salad, or an appropriate serving of beetroot juice. And this is where the real benefit of understanding the science comes in. Instead of chasing an instant miracle, you can appreciate how nutrition works with your body's existing systems. But before you try anything new, There's one important point about beetroot and circulation that you should know, especially if you're over 60. If you're over 60, the most important thing to remember is that beetroot should be viewed as a food, not a treatment for blocked arteries or heart disease. Beetroot may provide dietary nitrate, and research has explored its potential effects on blood pressure, blood vessel function, and exercise performance. But the response can vary from person to person, and no food can guarantee that your circulation will suddenly improve in 2 minutes. If you're taking blood pressure medication or have been diagnosed with a cardiovascular condition, don't replace your treatment with a food experiment. And if you have persistent leg pain, unusual weakness, chest discomfort, severe shortness of breath, or sudden changes in circulation, speak with a healthcare professional rather than trying to treat those symptoms yourself. The good news is that supporting your circulation doesn't have to be complicated. Regular movement, a balanced diet rich in vegetables, maintaining healthy blood pressure and cholesterol levels, avoiding smoking, getting enough sleep, and following your doctor's advice all matter far more than finding one magical ingredient. So here's your 2-minute takeaway: beetroot contains nitrate, your oral bacteria help process part of that nitrate pathway, and nitric oxide plays an important role in normal blood vessel function. That's the real science, and it's already fascinating without needing exaggerated promises. If you learned something useful today, comment ready below. And if you want more simple, science-focused health information for healthy aging, subscribe and turn on notifications. Your heart doesn't need a miracle trick. It needs consistent care, smart choices, and attention to the signals your body gives you.